Hi everybody, it's lovely to be here again. Today I'd like to share a couple of ideas on how you as an artistic group or ensemble can use collaboration and organizational skills to become more productive and effective, also as artists. Any group, artistic or not, needs to organize itself and deal with many non-artistic issues like financial things, personal issues, emotional things, or um, very simple organizational issues. Many art companies I've worked with find these issues annoying, time-consuming, and in a sense, they seem like roadblocks to what they actually really want to do is create art. Unfortunately, if we don't take care of them, they'll come and disrupt the workflow. A couple of examples. If an artist doesn't know when and where the rehearsal starts, she won't be there physically. If she doesn't know what you want to rehearse, then of course she won't be mentally prepared either. If a musician is sitting on an uncomfortable chair, he won't be focused on playing music. And another example is if an artist is hung up on something a colleague said to her the day before, or afraid to voice concerns because she doesn't trust the group, then of course her channels won't be open to create art either. So working on your collaboration skills is the basic fabric for creating art. So what can we do? How can we keep this basic fabric fluid and full of energy? Today, I would like to share 3 ideas with you. The first being very pragmatic. How can I get the right information at the right time? The huge challenge that artistic companies face is that they don't work in an office from 9 to 5 where everybody gets together all of the time and information can sort of freely flow. But they have rehearsal times, and these rehearsal times are not always with the whole group, but with different people and constellations, and they decide things are changed, then you try to keep the others in the loop by using different channels, but everybody gets different information at different times. So to overcome any information gap due to these different channels, it is really helpful if you could find an IT-supported collaborative online tool and create a shared space to get everybody into the loop. It'll take some time to set it up, to really understand how it works best for you, to understand the rules, to get the people to put in information at the correct time. But it's so worthwhile because it'll save you time and energy. It is, of course, a work in progress. And for that, this is now the second idea I would like to share with you. Create a weekly ritual, a meeting where you reflect on what you can do better. Like dancers using their everyday daily routine to keep physically in shape, you could do that as a group. Make it a weekly routine to keep in shape as a group. The meeting could start with questions like what went well, whom would you like to thank or praise? It's always good to start with a positive. Then, of course, what could we change? Where could we become more fluid? And what do we need for that? And a very important question to be sure that things get done is who will take care of it? It might also be interesting for you to start your rehearsals with a check-in, with questions like, how are you? Anything we need to know? Anything you need today from us? So that everybody is on the same page emotionally and can start on the same energetic level. And of course, you can also do that at the end with a check out. How are you now? What went well? And then anything we can do differently next time. And this brings me to the third idea I would like to share with you, and that is using personal feedback as a source of growing as a human being and as an artist, and also as a group. It is so empowering if an artistic group can find a way to support and promote each other by appreciating all the differences that they have. And it's actually a very conscious decision to say, a difference is a source of conflict because I don't want to change my opinion, or if I see a difference as a way of growing and feeling enriched. Knowing that feedback is so important, I try to actively go out and seek it from the others and ask them for their perspective, because they can see things that I can't. They can show me blind spots. And at the same time, I have often experienced that the feedback was so positive that I didn't even know I had all of this potential. So feedback can be very encouraging. Of course, to be able to embrace it, especially if it's maybe not that positive, you have to listen attentively and with an inquiring state of mind. Only if I know that I want to find something new about myself will I actually use feedback. If I only hear what I want to hear or expect, then nothing will change. And of course, on the other hand, I try to give feedback in a non judgmental and constructive way so that the other person can really take it as a gift, as something to work on, to grow with, and to feel empowered by. Another way to give feedback is to be open with uncomfortable feelings, especially in a group, because when you have an uncomfortable feeling in a group, it can be a sign that there's a block, something that the group is not seeing, not looking at, something that it is keeping from moving forward. So sharing that can help the group to grow. On the other hand, the group can also maybe help you get over some personal issues by showing that this uncomfortable feeling has something to do with only you and not with the group. And feedback can be even more powerful if you have a diverse group of artists you work with. If you have that amazing opportunity, use it, use the differences that there are. I know it can be scary at the beginning, especially if you're not used to giving it in a mindful way, but don't give up. Try to work on it because it's the most powerful tool I know of growing and maturing. Maybe one last thought on why I find it so important to get into these collaborative and structural and organizational issues. Because by doing them, setting them up, and getting in touch with all these things, you are actually exercising your own empathy, you're exercising your perception, you're learning how to control yourself, understanding your own emotions, the emotions of other people. You get to know human nature in a very different way. And all of these things are qualities you need as an artist. So, in a sense, setting up a mindful collaboration is already practicing art. Thank you very much and take care.